Yeah, let's get. When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot, better show me what you got. Red beam, headshots, you better give me what you. Yeah, let's get. When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot.
Welcome to another smashing episode of Podcast with Soul. My name is Soul, and on today's episode, we're going to be having a very special guest. I'm going to let her do introduction. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Soul. Hi, everyone. My name is Londi Gin. International star is super. And yeah, thank you. I'm very grateful to be on the show.
What do you do?
I'm a musician.
And what kind of music do you do?
Well, mainly I do R&B, but sometimes I sneak into hip hop and piano here and there.
That's quite interesting. Can you take us a bit back, music and where you were born, and what made you decide that this is what I want to do?
Okay. So I was born in Durban, and I spent most of my childhood between Durban, Swaziland, and Joburg. I always say that I didn't choose music chose me. And I know as much that sounds like really corny, but it's the truth, because I think I've basically been singing my entire life, but I didn't really take it seriously. Now the people around me didn't take it seriously. I always used to put on little performances for my family and stuff like that, me and my sisters. So I do have a background of music in that sense, and my family is very musical. I'm from a family that's very musical as well. But I think I entered the music game in 2019, I can say.
Okay.
That was my first time in studio, and my first time recording, and I never looked back since.
But you growing up between three cities, how was it?
There wasn't a lot of stability, as you can imagine, moving from one place to another. But I think I spent most of my growing up in Joburg, because I was here most of the time, and I went to school here and stuff like that. Yeah.
But you having to speak how many languages? Two? Swati and...
I actually speak more than 2 languages.
How many?
Because I must start counting now. Okay, English, Zulu, Swati, Tswana, 5 or 6.
That's quite interesting.
Fluently, 5 or 6, and then I can hear other stuff like French and stuff like that, because I did that in high school. So I speak a lot of languages, and I think I'm very good at languages, naturally. So I can catch on really fast when it comes to languages. I went to an Afrikaans primary school, so that's where I got my foundation of Afrikaans and all of that. So I really enjoy that.
But do you think languages, they play a huge role in music?
They do. Not there's sometimes when I've heard Spanish songs, and I don't know what that means, but it's a jam. It's good, it's provocative, it gets the people going. So language does play a role in terms of you want your audience to understand what you're saying. I think it will touch them deeper when they understand what you're saying. But also, music is a spiritual thing, so it moves everyone. Everyone can connect to certain sounds. And
they say it's a universal language.
So even if you don't understand what you're saying, there's people who can pop.
But your first studio session, the experience, what were you your expectation, and did it live up to your expectations?
Let me tell you, I didn't even have any expectations, because I didn't know, I had never been in a studio setup. And like I told you before, I never really took the music thing seriously. So I never even saw studios before, even on the internet or whatever. Jeez. Maybe even if I came across it, I didn't know what that was. So I really didn't have any expectations for what was going to happen. I just remember the first guy, the first producer that I worked with, he's like, okay, this is a good song, because we recorded it somewhere else that wasn't a studio setup. He's like, but we need to get into studio so it can, be professional and stuff like that. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't see the need, because it's already fire, but okay, if you say so. Then we came into the studio, and I could hear the difference. I was like, okay, I was really blown when I came to the studio. So it's not so much that it exceeded my expectations, because I had none, but it really opened up something new to me, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay, the song that you recorded, the first song, did you write it or somebody wrote it?
I wrote it. I write all my music.
All your music?
Yeah. I
Like
write all my
100%?
music. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so what's your take
Well,
on,
let me say, like,
on
maybe
artists who have
99.
writers?
I mean, it's okay. Sometimes you have the voice and, you know, the publicity or whatever.
But can we classify that person as a legend?
A legend?
Yeah.
You can't classify them as a legend. I'm sorry.
So people who have ghostwriters are just like they just artists. We can't say that he's legendary because he dropped blah 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 album.
I mean, it depends. If we say he's legendary because of the content, we say he's legendary because, let me not say he or she, let me not be biased or whatever. We say the legendary, it depends what we are scaling that on. If we say it's because of the lyrics, then you can't say he's the legend because he didn't write the lyrics.
So
But
okay,
in
can I
terms
ask?
of-
Okay,
Mhm.
can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Do you think Drake is the best rapper?
I don't think he's the best, but he's very good.
Because based on him having ghostwriters,
Mhm.
so would you classify him like you put him in the same class with your Dr. Dre, your Kendrick Lamar, you know?
I wouldn't put them in the same class. Definitely not. Definitely not. That would be an injustice. But he's good. I mean, at what he does, and he's gotten so far. So he deserves his accolades. You know.
Okay. As a what performer?
As
not
a, yeah,
not
as a
songwriter,
musician, not a songwriter.
But what inspires you when you're writing your songs? Like what inspires you actually to write songs? Is it based on your experience or just write from just anything that you get?
Anything. Most of the time, it's based on my experience. Most of my songs are about love.
Yeah, you write love songs.
Yeah, I do write a lot of love songs because that's just who I am. I'm very love personified. So everything. Sometimes I tend to think I look at life, you know, through like rose-colored glasses because I let love lead in my life with whatever that I do and the way that I receive or like communicate with people and stuff like that. So that's the one leading thing about me. So I think it's only natural that it will shine through in my music. Not that I can't write about other things, I can. I do have a lot of other versatile songs, but it's my favorite thing to write about.
That's what defines Londi Gin. Like
Yeah.
that's
my favorite. Because also I feel like that's one thing that everyone can relate to, even if it's either love or the lack of it. You know, either way you can relate. That's something that can touch people as well.
Are you listening, my nigga?
Word up.
Alright.
So yeah.
But like, okay, in the northern side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the vocalists, all the female vocals, where do you rank yourself?
Why are you only saying the northern side?
Okay,
let's take it to South Africa.
Okay, in South Africa, let's just
whatever.
because I wanted to start small before we go
Oh.
big, you know.
Oh, okay, no. Let me be honest with you. I'm not really like that familiar with many of the artists in the northern side. I haven't really linked up with them, but judging from me and my talent, I am amongst the best. Yeah,
I mean, like, okay, top 2, top 3, top 5, what? The top 10.
Top 10 is too much. At the top. At the top.
So you put yourself number 1.
Yeah, I put myself number 1, according to me.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But like, based on the industry, do you see anybody in the north blowing up, like getting like a huge blow up, or is there things that you feel like they're just lacking? Because the other time I had somebody who was saying that he doesn't see anybody blowing up in the north.
Is it?
Yeah, based on, you know, rappers and all that. But I'm talking about vocalists. Do you see?
Okay, Mina, I think my opinion about that is quite biased because most of the musicians that I'm exposed to are from like where I record, you know, and that's.
Yeah, by the way, where do you record?
I record at Me No More Entertainment, the best in the city, period. So.
Record Abu TV.
Abu TV, yes,
Alright,
VB's exclusive. That's my guy, my producer. So yeah. So as I was saying, my opinion might be a little biased because most of the musicians that I'm exposed to are from here, and hey, everything that I've heard come out of those studios is banger. Is banger.
Some radio airplay.
That's crazy stuff that comes out of there. So I don't know about the outside. I mean, I've heard like some of the outside music.
You're not impressed.
I'm not impressed. Even with
when you say the other side, the outside music, do you mean other places like your Deep Sloot, your Oliven, or?
Yeah, other places around the north.
Okay.
everywhere around the north. I think we're the best in the city. Like, not even I think. Like, put like if we can go, we can go.
Name.
So according to you, Awuti V Awuti V, right?
Yeah.
Awuti V as a producer is like the
Yeah,
best.
he's
in
the
game, right?
best. He's the best in the game. Even like better than most. Not even most. Like, no, even better than most of the mainstream cats. You know, I have instances where like maybe I'm chilling at home and I'm cleaning whatever and I put on music like Trace or whatever, and I end up switching it off because I'm like, I hear way better music on a daily basis. I'm exposed to better music than what's in the mainstream right now, and I really, really wish that the guys that I work around can like blow up, not even for their own sakes,
Yeah.
but like for the world, like so they can hear this amazing
Proper
music
sound.
area. Yeah.
But do you think the industry, the South African industry, it's actually like based on talent, or is it based on money? Who has more money than they put the person on and all that?
Hey, at the current moment, it's based on money. Talent is not really shining through. I don't know if the cats in the game are like intimidated that like the new school kids will come up and take over or whatever, but it shouldn't be that way because I mean, kuthiwa ngesiZulu, indlela ibuzwa ngabaphambili, yabo. So you ask your elders, whatever, like you as a person in life, if you would need advice, you'd go to someone older than you, whatever, in your family. So that's how it should be.
But a smart older person.
Yeah, of
because,
course.
yeah,
Someone who's been there,
yeah.
you know. So I'm saying that in terms of like the music, like the people that are in the game, the legends in the game, should be putting on the youth in order for the music to continue. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about us; it's about the music.
The music,
you know? So if they're gatekeeping, then they're messing it all up for the entire industry. Because you can't nabo, they are limited. You know, yeah.
You need to know span.
Yeah.
So from then, have you ever worked on a full project like an EP?
Mm-hmm. I do have an EP on the reins. It's just not released. I'm looking at like February, you know,
That's
the
when you're
month
gonna
of
drop it.
love. Yeah, that's when I'm gonna drop it.
So it's February when, the 14th, or
Maybe before the 14th, maybe early Feb.
so we're gonna be having like a Feb vibe, like just.
Yeah, it's
Some
the
nice
month of
EP.
love. It's the month of love.
Because
so-
the reason why I'm asking is that most of your music, even your YouTube channel has like 4 songs. Like, what's that? Like, what's happening with that?
As you know, unfortunately now I did take a break from like the whole music game for about like 2 years and stuff.
What was
So
happening?
I wasn't recording. There was just a lot
Oh,
happening.
Jolo was giving.
No. I
Oh,
have a
okay.
baby. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
the previous year I was pregnant, so obviously I wasn't in the scenes, and then after that I just focused on like bonding with him and stuff like that before I could even go. I wasn't even working at that time, and I was just like sitting at home by choice, you know. I just wanted to be more present with him. So yeah, now I'm back and better.
But like, how do you find the balance between the 3? Your music, motherhood, and
work, yeah.
And also Jolo on the other side.
Let's park Jolo
Oh,
for
okay,
a moment.
cool.
Let's park
Right,
that one for a
Let's
moment.
talk about the 3.
Yeah, the 3. It's not as easy now because I think like most mothers out there, like your kids come first. Your kids are number one.
Yep.
So my son doesn't live with me at the moment. He lives with my mom back home, so I don't really get to see him as much because of work. Also, I have to be here closer to work and stuff. But I do go spend time with him as much as I do. But it's not as much as I'd like to. Obviously, like if it was up to me, I'd be with him every day. But then, you know, I have to balance because also like the work that I'm doing and the music is all, you know, trying to push for like a better future for both of us. Yeah, both nice. So yeah.
Which is a pretty good thing, you know, that you actually like pushing for the future, the better future.
You know, we have
That's
to.
always
Gotta,
the plan, you know.
Yeah.
But like with the music, in the next 5 years, where do you see your music?
Okay, so if you can look at my TikTok or my Twitter, even when I started, you know, I call myself an international star. Is super, so in the next 5 years, I see my music and even me having touched international soils. You know, that's where I'd like it to be because I feel like the world deserves good music, man.
Yeah, they do.
So,
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
You know, we go through a lot. You know, we deserve good music.
Yeah.
You know, Jolo sometimes just short flames. So
You staying under some Jolo
we need-
tip, eh?
no, I wanted to know like how do you balance also with that on top of it.
No, I currently right now there's nothing I'm trying to like in my life, and that's by choice also because I feel like as you can there's a lot that's on my plate right now.
Yeah, it's a lot. Hey?
Yeah,
and also you're having a it's a lot.
It's a lot. So now I can't be like at the studio. At the studio now, someone is calling me. Why are you there? It's late. Hey, I'm being Nah, I need to focus on my stuff.
But they say that you need to find a partner that actually understands your hustle, your music, and because you can't just find somebody who
but
saying a whole lot of things,
I think also like now where I'm at my headspace, I'm just in the hustling mode, so my mind is just not really in the mjolo side of life. Like it would be nice to find a partner that understands and all of that, but later, not now.
Now you still need to make a lot of money.
I still need to make a lot of
money
first and figure myself out as a person, because obviously like the relationship that I want to get in is quite a serious relationship. I want to like be able to settle down with the next person that I'm going to be dating and stuff like that. And I feel like when I look at the type of relationship that I want to be in and the type of woman that it requires me to be, I'm not fully there yet. There's still quite a lot of things that I need to learn and a lot of things that I need to unlearn in order to make a real relationship work. So yeah, I'm just giving myself that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say we hear you. But looking at the industry, the South African industry, music industry, and seeing the celebrities, do you think that we appreciate the talent, or do we just appreciate whatever we see? Because you see somebody who's going to trend for 3 days, then that person decides to sing and all that.
I think there's a lot of people that think they have talent. So once they get that exposure, they want to live their dreams or whatever, and that's okay, that's really okay. We all allowed to live our dreams and stuff like that. I don't know if it's an appreciation of the talent, because there are so many talented people out there, and I just feel like there's no blueprint to this thing. So I don't know like what makes a person blow up, and the one that's talented doesn't blow up, that clouds and stuff like that. So yeah, I think the appreciation for the talent is there, because also you can, if you like maybe open TikTok now and you find a person that sings and they sing good, you can see with that person's numbers, people really appreciate listening to them and stuff like that. So yeah, I think there is an appreciation for the talent.
So with you saying that there are a lot of people thinking that they have talent, is that your way of saying that most people don't, they just think they have it, and also because they have the confidence to pursue the talent they think they have, it ends up putting them in a space that people who have actual talent do not get to? Or can you just elaborate that for me?
I've seen a lot of people that think they have the talent, but it's not make sure at the end of the day, But also you can't like shut a person's dreams down, If they believe in themselves, they can do it. And most of the times they do end up, being big as not so talented as they are. Also, like, there's a lot of things that help these days. AI, about auto-tune and stuff like that. So really anyone can make it work, You don't really need to have the talent these days anymore. You just need to have the knowledge of how to make it work. And a lot of people seem to have that knowledge because it's accessible. So, yeah.
Do you want to hear my take on it?
Yeah, sure.
The problem with a lot of people who are talented, they don't take their career seriously. They don't market their music. Like, to be honest, there's a whole lot of people who are talented, but they don't take themselves seriously. And talent alone is not enough. That's my thing.
Can I tell you something about artists? I don't know if I saw this from a movie or whatever, but like that guy was like, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit, So
Badu says that too.
Oh, okay. So as an artist, I feel like you view life in a different way, and like when you make music or
become
even no, it's not about being Delulu.
Sometimes you just become Delulu and you be like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's not about.
I'm like Michael Jackson,
But you're very sensitive about your art, and now it's another thing to put that. It's like putting yourself out there, because your music is an extension of yourself at the end of the day. It's putting yourself out there to the world. Hey, you know, people are mean in the streets. You know, Black Twitter be coming at you, whatever. And that kind of, maybe some people are scared of that. That's why they don't put themselves out there and market themselves, even though they have the talent. And that's a shame, because like, they have the talent and they're really good. It just lacks that confidence. Then you find someone who doesn't have the talent but has the confidence, and then you ask yourself, that's when people end up saying, people don't appreciate talent or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're not the one putting yourself out there.
Because even also this term of saying that artists are underrated, I disagree with that. I always disagree with that. There's nobody who's underrated. I feel like a lot of people, they get too comfortable in not marketing themselves and think music will just market itself, you know.
I think I understand what you're saying. You are not underrated. You are rated according to the people that have heard you. Not generally out of the entire world. Like, that makes sense.
Because if you're gonna keep on dropping the music in the studio,
I mean,
it's only the three of it's only the three of us. We're gonna listen to that, and that's it. You know. So I feel like we just sometimes we put ourselves in those situations. We're like,
that's also another thing. I'm sorry, I just need to ask this, right? How do you feel about? I'm sure you have a lot of friends. You're a pretty girl. I'm sure you know a lot of people, guys, girls, the likes, right? And I am pretty sure that you have a bunch of friends in your contact list or whatever, right? And I don't want to say I guarantee this, but I guarantee this, that at least 90% of those people don't actually download and or stream your music. They ask you to send it to them.
Those who just respond, be like, it's dope song.
It's dope. And like, and you know what the weird thing is? You send it a minute ago and the song's like 4 minutes long. You send it like a minute, right? Like, let's say maybe you send it at 1:30, and then at 15:35, they've already responded saying, yo, this is dope. How did you listen to the whole thing? Like,
you know what? It's actually such a shame that I receive more love or like more support from the outside than actually the people in my life, and I feel like that's very unfortunate. But also I can't blame them, because like I said, I was on a break for like 2 years. But when I was starting like the music in 2019, people were like, yo, this is dope, and they're actually supporting streaming, you know, making videos and all that stuff. Then I took the break, so they also kind of felt back. They were like, you know, they don't know that I'm doing music still and stuff like that. Like my sisters, I made a conversation that like I'm at studio, she's like, you still make music or whatever. So it's partly my fault, you know. I can't expect them to like show love to what I'm not showing them, yeah.
That makes sense, but I wouldn't. I'm so sorry, Sam.
That's cool, man. It's cool. We can ask questions. Like, you can ask questions.
Like that makes sense to me, right? Because as you said, it's your sister that was saying this, right? And this is somebody. Okay, I understand that. Okay, you say it's your fault for not having been doing music for X amount of time when you were doing whatever you needed to do at that point in time, right? But like, this is somebody who's supposed to be your people's. This is your sister.
But also, like, my sisters, I have quite a few sisters. They all live in Durban.
And they're a lot.
They are a lot. They're a lot. Hey,
but you also send them your music, because that's another thing.
Yeah, it's exactly as I was saying, that our people, right? Your people as an artist, I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
Send them to you.
They prefer that you send instead that if you can send them a link. But at the most, you are going to get somebody who's not even in your friend group and or family group, right? That's going to listen to your music more than
people that are within your
circle. Because, I mean, we are here with you in studio. We already know what you know.
Shit, my name.
We were here when you recorded it. Why do I have to stream it? You know what I'm saying? It's exactly like that. So, like, how does that honestly make you feel?
It's very unfortunate, you know. I think that it's very unfortunate, because a lot of things begin at home. You know, when they say charity begins at home and stuff like that. So, you know, if you find that encouragement and that power from your home setup, and then you have more courage to go out into the world and be like, this is my music, what. Luckily for me, I believe in my music, so even if I don't really get that backup from the people that I love it the most from, it doesn't really affect me that much. I just feel like they'll catch on when they catch on, you know. But yeah, I feel like it's very unfortunate. Not even with the streaming thing, like maybe I'll post a video with a song, whatever. I'll get more love from the people that I'm not so close with, even if they're on my WhatsApp or whatever. I'll get more love. Like, they will respond to the statuses and what more than the people that are actually closer to me, like family and close friends and stuff. And that sucks, actually.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot. You know. Also,
I've learned not to take things to the chest too much, you know.
But there's
Not
certain
too
things you
much.
can't avoid, you know, especially if it's people that you like, people who are close to you. It kind of hurts sometimes to you know, to think they're not even sharing a link or anything. You know, I've experienced that personally. You know, even me, I could tell you that I'm getting love from people that are far, and people like Busback. You know, people that are not within that cycle. You know, they're on the other side of the circle. You know,
like,
so
yeah.
it happens. But you know, one thing that you need to learn is that you're on your own.
Yeah, at
The
end of
journey
the
is
day.
yours. You know, you need to take. So what's your dream collaboration? Can you at least like just have like maybe 5 artists that you feel like if I work no smart man, I'm done with music.
Please put them in order.
Done with music.
Yeah, you know, when you feel like shit,
Not-
this is the
not
dream.
done.
Not
Not
done per se,
done.
but
Yeah,
like
but to say if I do these
I do this,
collaborations,
I've
I
reached the
have
stars.
made it.
I've
I
made
have
it.
succeeded my plan in the musical industry.
I don't have as many as 5.
Give us the
Jeez,
ones you got.
really?
I don't. There's not a lot of people that
You feel you wanna work with?
No, not even feel that I want to work with. Yeah. I think the people that are on my list is because I somewhat look up to them and be like,
Okay.
yo, you know what? So there's not a lot of people that have reached that bar for me, like musically. And not so much even about fame.
Jeez.
Like there's a lot of famous people and stuff, but like, what can we make magic together? Like when we're in the studio, can something amazing come out? You know. So, okay. There's one right now. He is an artist that just kind of popped off just now. He's new to the game.
Okay.
His name is D the General. That guy makes amazing music. His vocals are amazing, and I feel like if I could get him in the studio,
Do you know him?
No idea.
you guys don't know him.
Nah,
I don't
we
I
even blame
listen
you.
to rap. Please forgive me. Yeah,
I don't even
go.
blame you. Like I'm saying, he's new to the
Yeah.
game, so he's not like that famous yet. But if I could make a song with that guy, like wow, yeah. I used to have a lot before, but like now,
Give
I
us
cut them out of my list.
Give us at least 3.
Yeah.
At least 3, yeah.
Or just
I
the top
cut
5,
them
including
out.
the people that you have cut out.
Yeah,
but
cut out,
give us
yeah,
the
you know.
top 2, 3. I don't know how many you have right now, but if you have at least 3, give us a top 2 of the 3 of the people you have already cut out.
Okay, not okay. I haven't cut this one out, but like he's someone that I like to work with as well. Marimba Page. I'd like to work with him. I feel like his vocals are also amazing.
Yeah, he does a dope vocals.
He does. I'm trying to think of a female, guys. Please bear with me.
Females. Yeah, that means you
You know,
guys are not impressing Londi, eh?
This thing of female artists mostly in South Africa, they don't want to
Not
work
just-
with.
not
Bruh,
just
they
in
just don't
South
want to
Africa.
work with each other.
You know
You
who I
know-
want to work with?
Yeah.
DJ Zintle. She's not so much of an artist like that she sings, but she's amazing.
But when it comes to artists,
We talk about people.
you guys
that
don't
actually
like. Why is
produce
that?
them.
Actually, please, I don't know if you know this, but can you just let us know? Like, because I've noticed a bunch. Yeah, I'll put this in the 90 percentile. I may be wrong, but this is just my opinion. And the 90 percentile range where female artists don't like working with each other,
Nah.
like at all.
It's not okay for me. I'm gonna speak for me. Obviously, there's no one else that I can speak for. It's not a thing that I don't wanna work with another artist. But like I just said, Nana, if we get into the studio, can we make something amazing? Can we make something fire together? That's always what I'm looking for. I don't like my music to be mediocre. That's why I take a little more time to write. I always think out what I'm saying. I always think out the melodies. Even with my backings, I first practice the backings. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do, and then I do it. I don't just get on the mic and just do whatever because I want it to be the best possible that I can do. So the song that I'm gonna do with the person needs to be a fire song.
Right, so it's not about you being a female artist. It's
Yeah,
a matter of can we make magic or not.
Can we make magic or not? Yeah. So,
So
even if
whether
it's
you work
another
with
female.
anybody, like you work with
Yeah,
male,
like
female.
eyeball.
As long as they can make magic.
You know
yeah.
who?
That's it.
You know who I think I can make magic with? Londi Gin. Her vocals are also
Yeah.
good.
Now she's proper.
No, her vocals are
yeah,
really,
yeah.
really
Also,
good.
she's so far like she's one of the I feel like she's one of the best vocalists to come out of Durban, if I may say. One of the few. Because
Where's Cece from? If Cece's from Durban as well, then
I don't know Sissy.
Cece's she was signed under Ambitious and stuff
What?
like that.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of, I'm just gonna ask you, what do you think about? Would you be open to getting signed under a record label?
It depends on the terms and conditions.
Okay,
That
what
they present to
terms
me.
and or conditions are there that you wouldn't be?
You know, some record labels just want to they just want you to sell their soul to it. You know, they will say,
Of course.
They will
She's
say-
talking about 360 deal, man.
You know what I mean? Of course, yeah.
Well,
they
they
will
just
tell
wanna
you
own
they
you.
want to sign. Yeah, they'll tell you they want to sign you, and then they'll come at you and be like, "Okay, you'll be living in this house. We'll give you this house." That time it's not even your house. Like it's signed under their name. You're just living there because you signed. They will pay you 5,000 a month. Meanwhile, they're making like hundreds of thousands from your song. You know. So I'm very skeptical about that. Maybe not to be signed, but like strike some type of deal with like record labels and stuff.
But you wouldn't want to do this independently.
Music independently. No, I would, because there's a lot that I want to do musically as well. So I feel like the things that I want to do, I can't really do them when I'm signed. I need more freedom, to be able to do them.
What are those things?
No, I can't go into detail now because I say
But like, so you feel like you just need to be independent in order for you to achieve those things.
But also like, in life in general, just even outside of music, including the music though as well, I feel like I'm a boss. I like taking charge. Not in a cocky way, but I feel like I'm a boss.
No, you're allowed to be cocky. Your art speaks for itself.
It does, but it does. So
No, so yeah, I feel like I'm a boss. I don't do very well when I'm being ordered around or being told what to do the whole time. So it would be very difficult for me if I'm in that situation. So even be creative, I'll probably have like writer's block or whatever. And now you're forcing me to sing and I'm not in that zone. So yeah.
So far, how many producers have you worked with so far?
Like 3.
Who and who?
Abu TV, Beats Exclusive, Circilo, and Jazzy Beats.
Okay, out of
And Smash actually, yeah, so it's
Okay.
4. Smash
out of this 4,
Control.
which one do you feel like or when I get to get what I'm 100%?
Beats Exclusive.
Okay.
I say that and not even thinking twice. I say that with my chest.
She said that so fast.
I say that with my chest.
So you feel like working with V, it's like
Yeah,
you guys connect well and make magic together.
Yeah, all the time. And I feel like now it's making things quite hard for me now, because there has been like producers that have like bigger producers that have approached me and stuff like that. And of course I could make music with them just for the exposure or whatever, but like if you give me a beat and I'm not impressed, I feel like VP's Exclusive could do better than this.
You're not going there.
No, I can't say I'm not going there because that's a bad decision, but like I'm just not impressed.
Yeah, but when you're really impressed, you're like, it's okay, I'll text you when I'm ready. And 3 years later, still not ready. 10 years later, then she's like, ish.
No,
I got
I'm
tired.
very biased. Like V's amazing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So now when I've
But
been
how is it
exposed-
working with him?
He is chill. V's more like a big brother to me also. So he's able to like keep me in check and be like, no, Londi, it's time for work. So even if I'm like I wanna stray or like maybe if we had a gig or something and I'm just trying to have fun, he's like focused, So it's very easy working with him, and I feel like I'm actually really blessed to have that type of exposure and that type of person that I'm working with so closely, because even if our relationship goes past just the business, we're friends and stuff like that, we're able to keep it professional when he needs to be. He's able to keep me in check and all that. One thing that I've actually noticed, even outside of me, like the people that he works with, he takes so much pride in his craft. So even if you come here and you're not so good, the song will turn out being good because V touched it and it's his name at the end of the day on that song, so it's gonna have to be of a certain quality.
So you would say that he's in the music because he loves music, not because of the money? or because he loves the money and he loves the music?
He loves the money and the music, but he loves the music more.
That makes sense. I mean, considering the fact that no one is doing this shit for charity, you know,
Like,
you can't.
yeah.
You can't say you're doing it for charity.
It's your
You know,
bread and
street
butter.
credit,
Yeah.
street credit doesn't pay rent at the end of the day, you know.
Facts.
So,
Street cred does not pay rent.
so at the end of the day, you need to think. So what kind of message you can you just give a young girl, let's just say some young girl in Cosmo or Deep Sloot wanna make do music, you know, or fun now in a way, like.
You know what, Nem? I always say believe in your dreams first, because as I'm sure you've heard from this podcast, a lot of people are not going to believe in you. So you need to believe in yourself first and have that confidence, you know. Don't stop. Try to connect with the right people and always work towards your craft. And even if, you know, sometimes it seems like it's not working out, that's how life is in general. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. But just know that konke okuhle kuyeza nakuwe, ungalingu lahli themba, yazi umdali uyakubona nawe, wena nawe na. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
was nice shit. Literally one more question.
Yeah.
Just one question.
Okay.
There was a thing that was trending recently about how these days it's not about how talented you are, it's about how many streams and or views you get, right? So how does that make you feel, like as an artist, considering that your work is based off talent, right? And of course you are not a famous artist or whatever, right? You do this for the love, not mainly because, of course, yeah, every artist wants to make money off their craft, but like as an artist, how does that make you feel? Because I mean, I think, okay, maybe not all of us know, but a bunch of us know that most of these famous people buy streams and followers, right? So you can literally have, let's say right now your Instagram account has 100 followers, for example, right? And then by the end of today, let's say tomorrow morning, you have over 1,000, right? And of course, over all these thousands that we are talking about are people that they don't even engage in your art. You know what I mean? These are people that you bought just so that you can look legit.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as someone who is actually doing this because they love what they do and their craft is important to them?
Yeah, it's a sad situation. But also at the end of the day, your talent doesn't have feet. Your talent doesn't have hands. It's just your talent. It's up to you what you do with it. So you need to be the one to put yourself out there, and then after that, your talent will speak for itself. Like you just said, that my talent speaks for myself or whatever. So it's a bonus to have the talent, because once you get there to a place where you're now given the platform to showcase, now it can speak for itself and you don't really have to do much more. It's just that it's unfortunate that it takes a lot for you to even get to that place, for you to be even given that platform and stuff like that.
You're too loud.
So but I feel like once you have that platform, you know, you can pop off, especially if you've got the talent, because there's people that like you said, they trained and now they want to start music and stuff like that.
DJ,
The shade.
I'm not throwing shade at anybody,
The
but
shade.
that's how it goes, you know. The next thing
No,
is someone,
but
the next
yeah.
thing is DJ. So and Baba, they try and jiggy, you know, they're making music.
But also that it doesn't really sustain. So that doesn't really sustain. I feel like when you have the talent, your music can sustain itself. It can be timeless, even if it's that good, you know. But if a person that's gonna trend now, trends come and go, bruh. Like you trend now, tomorrow they've forgotten about you, whatever. So you can be big now and then tomorrow, whatever, you're not, because
One
the
hit
talent
wonder
lags.
type thing.
Yeah, because the talent lags.
Could mention a couple of them, but I'm not gonna mention them.
Don't
let's
do
not.
that. Can you
Let's
stop
not.
being saucy?
but like, what's your take on piano?
The thing with piano and everything else that came before it, like kwaito and stuff like that, is the things that are indigenous to South Africa or whatever, even with other things like Afropop that are indigenous to other parts of Africa and stuff like that, it's sort of like a new genre, so it gets added onto like all the other genres that are there, and that kind of makes it timeless. So even if you can come back, and even if it's not like as famous 10 years from now, but if you can come back and make a piano song, you know, people are still going to receive it and stuff like, because they know what piano is and stuff like that. It's just like a genre, just like how R&B is timeless.
But you can't make a gqom song today.
At the moment.
But you can't.
I mean, you know, there's some places that play gqom still. It's
But
just
like,
that it's not
what do
going
you
to be
think
as
made it not to be like as big as piano?
gqom.
Yeah.
It had its time.
Was it because it was just a Durban sound, like Durban, legitly like Durban sound, not?
I feel like it had its time, but also it wasn't as versatile as
A piano.
Mm.
Because I feel like piano is evolving, like it
Yeah,
evolves,
it
but
is.
that one failed to evolve because it was only a few people
Yeah,
was
it's a
making
very
the sound,
distinct sound. Yeah, and there's only a few people that are good at it and can do that. With the piano, it can evolve. You can put R&B into piano. You can put hip hop into piano. So it's an umbrella. So that's one thing that will allow it to stay around for.
But like let's just say now you get a deal with the big record label. They offer a lot of money, and they say you should do piano like full time.
Strictly.
Yeah, strictly piano.
Good question.
Oh, that's crazy. But I mean, considering how versatile piano is, I could work my own sound into it. So, yeah. But also, piano is very tricky because I feel like there's this blueprint for it, and it's very hard to make a good piano song, because for you to make a good piano song, like a smash, it kind of has to be outside of the blueprint. It can't be like the same beat that we've heard before a million times, the same log drum that we've heard before a million times. Then it's just gonna be basic and sharp. You're gonna get your play, but it's not gonna be as big. And I just want to make big songs. Maybe that's my problem. I just want to make big songs.
Just want to be big, like just want to make big
Yeah.
songs.
So I don't know if they give me a deal like that, are they gonna be able to constantly provide banger beats for me?
Obviously,
all
you're
the
the one who's
time?
supposed to go and listen to those beats.
If they can do that, then yeah, sure. Then we can make a banger all the time.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, in closing, what do you want to be remembered as?
Outside of my music,
Yeah.
okay, let's just start with my music. Okay, with my music, I want to be remembered as the person who wrote timeless music, made music for people's souls, people's spirit. There's a lot of times when I'm in the studio and I'm listening to songs, even though they're not my own, I'm just like, this song is spiritual. So like music that takes you places. One of the best musicians, to ever grace the earth and stuff like that. Outside of my music, it's not so much different. I also want to be remembered as the person who touched people's lives. If I can say that I've changed a few lives, a few people's world, then my purpose would have been attained and stuff like that. I just want to, I feel like life is very hard, for all of us.
Yeah.
Like people, we all have our wishing moments, and I get it, that's how life is. But if I can be that aid to someone's, sickness, or like someone's depression, or whatever, if I can help people in a certain way, that's really what I want to do. Then I'll be like, yeah, that will be my mama made it moment. Like, okay, I've helped a lot of people. A lot of people can say it's okay, Londi Gin actually changed my life in this way. Yeah, then I'm good. Then I've made it.
Shout out to you, man.
Thank you.
And
so
thank you for
much.
pulling up on the
Thank you so much
podcast.
for having me. Yeah.
Where can people check you out on your social pages?
Okay, they can check me out on social media, Instagram, Londi Gin, TikTok, Londi Gin, Twitter, Londi Gin, even Facebook, Londi Gin.
And on WhatsApp?
You can hit me out on WhatsApp. If you want to work though, you can, hit my people up, not me directly, unfortunately.
Who do we talk to?
You talk to a guy called Spoke. But if you can go on my socials, you can see
Okay, the
mails,
the mails, okay.
yeah. So yeah, Londi Gin absolutely everywhere.
Folks, that was Londi Gin, and this was
since
amazing.
you can't get me on WhatsApp, ngikhona na Capitec na FNB.
Don't go.
When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Yes, for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot, better